Hey, aloha everyone. Michelle Melendez with blossominnerwellness.com and standtogetherhawaii.com. And I wanted to do a video today on Thanksgiving. And it actually totally took me for a loop because this research that I was doing, I thought it was going in one direction and it has gone in a totally different direction. And I'm super, super grateful for that. So I'm going to share with you the origins of not the pilgrims, not what happened in 1620s when they landed and the massacres and the stealing of land and all that. I want to focus this video on the fact that a woman helped to create this national holiday. She's a very special woman. I'm going to tell you who she is in a moment. Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday in the middle of the Civil War, and with the three things that make that represent Thanksgiving. So that's what I'm going to share with you on this video. And if you like it, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, I do want to do a quick shout out to the voice of Kona Radio. Thank you so much for having me on your guys' show. I love you. If you're listening on the radio, mahalo so much and aloha to you. And also the Ace of Coins. If you want to lower your taxes, eliminate your tax debt, license your face, your biometric data, buy Bitcoin tax-free, check out aceofcoins.com. So I do want to do a screen share and show you the woman who actually was the reason for us having Thanksgiving as a national holiday. And her name is Sarah Josepha Hale. And this woman, she was the author of Mary Had a Little Lamb. She was also the author of many other children's books. And she was the founder of the American Ladies Magazine, which was huge in the 1830s, late 1830s. And what she did was she wrote editorials and articles about Thanksgiving, about the holiday, and she lobbied state and federal officials to pass legislation creating a fixed national day of thanks, the last Thursday of the month, and that she believed that such a unifying measure could help ease growing tensions and division between the North and the South of the country. And it's just amazing because she wouldn't stop. She was relentless. She was tenacious. She kept writing senators for a decade of telling them we need to have a day of thanks. So then what happened in 1863, which was kind of the middle of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln did declare a day. Oh, that's the next part I want to share in a moment. A day of thanks, a day of thanks. And this was his proclamation by the President of the United States of America. And I want to start here. In the midst of the Civil War, this is right in the middle of the Civil War, of unequal magnitude and severity, which has sometimes seemed to invite preserved with all, okay, sorry, some to invite and provoke the aggression of foreign states. Peace has been preserved with all nations. Order has been maintained. The law has been respected and obeyed, and harmony has prevailed everywhere except in the theater of military. And that's really interesting that he says theater, because it is all theater. All of it's theater, you guys. It's all theater. But that's a whole nother topic I'm not going to go into in this video. In the theater of military, prevailed everywhere. Let me say. Let me just start again. The theater. Where are you, Michelle? Give me a second to get back on board. There we go. Theater of military conflict. While that theater has been greatly contracted by the advancing armies and navies of the Union. So he talks about the needful divisions of wealth and strength from the fields of peaceful industry to the national defense have not arrested the plow, the shuttle, or the ship. So he's basically saying, though, even though we have this war and all this is happening, we still have plenty, we still have abundance, we still have plenty. And he says, the axe has enlarged the borders of our settlements and the mines as well of iron and coal and the precious metals have yielded even more abundantly than hitherto. Population has steadily increased, notwithstanding the waste that has been made in the camp, the siege, and the battlefield. And the country rejoicing in the consciousness of argumented strength and vigor, and permitted to expect continuance of year with large increase of freedom. So I'm not putting, I'm, you know, this is what he's saying. And I know, I'm telling you guys right now, I know that the way the United States of America was created was on the death of many natives and the stealing of land, which is still happening to this day in the guise of wildfire and hurricanes. And I really, what I love about this proclamation is this part right here. It seems to me, it has seemed to me, and this is the President of the United States, Lincoln, saying this in 1863, and proper, that they should be solemnly, reverently, and gratefully acknowledged as with one heart and one voice of the whole American people. I do therefore invite my fellow citizens of every part of the United States, and also those who are at seas and those who are sojourning in foreign lands or traveling in foreign lands, to set apart and observe the last Thursday of November next as a day of thanksgiving and prayer to our benefit Father, so God, who dwelleth in heaven, in the heavens. And I recommend to them, while offering up ascriptions justly due to him, which is God, for such singular deliverance and blessings, they do also with humble penitence for our national perversiveness and disobedience, commend to his tender care all those who have become widows, orphans, mourners, and sufferers. In the assemblement, let me try this one more time. These words are kind of hard for me. Here we go. Assemblement of civil war in which we are unavoidably engaged, and fervently implore the interposition of the Almighty hand to heal the wounds of the nation and to restore it as soon as may be consistent with the divine purpose, and to the full enjoyment of peace, harmony, tranquility, and union. In testimony, this is the last part, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the United States to be affixed. Done it, the city of Washington, the 3rd day of October, in the year our Lord, 1863. And so, I wanted to say this one last part. No human counsel hath devised, nor hath any mortal hand worked out these great things. They are the gracious gifts of the Most High God, who, while dealing with us in anger of our sins, hath nevertheless remembered mercy. So this was the President Lincoln. He was stating that in 1863. And you know, even though I don't agree with some of the things he was saying about God, the source of all things, I do agree with the fact that gratitude and thanksgiving is very, very important for the frequency of that emotion. Putting it out into the field brings back peace and harmony in our own lives. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. I want to share also the 3 symbols of Thanksgiving, and because I think they're pretty important. This is a pagan holiday, you guys. I was going to go into that about Rome, and maybe I'll do that on another video, but I find it interesting. So the first, because this cornucopia horn symbolizing Thanksgiving, is actually pagan. actually pagan. So the first message of this video, Thanksgiving. The second message of this video is about understanding the holiday, a little bit more about the holiday, of the symbolism of the holiday, which is the cornucopia. This cornucopia was actually represents a horn that was a goat. Literally, in ancient times, in Greek times, they believed that a goat actually took his horn, gave it to Zeus, and said, "You will never be hungry, because in this horn will always be food for you." And it was a constant food, always there for Zeus. And then Zeus actually, to honor the goat, he actually put him in the stars, and that is Capricorn. So that is one of the symbols of Thanksgiving, is plentiful. We'll always have more than enough, always abundance. The next one symbol is, this is the turkey. The turkey in native times, the turkey represented land, because they used all parts of the turkey, and indigenous people used the bones to create flutes. They used the feathers to actually create and weave. This is actually from 11,550 turkey feathers. Was this woven? This thing woven? This, I don't know what it is, but it was made out of turkey feathers. They also used turkey feathers for ceremony, for smudging. So the turkey represented it represented the spirit, a land spirit, because it represented land. They used every part of the turkey. And then the last one I want to share is the last symbol of Thanksgiving is corn. And corn was it was one of the first crops that the Native Americans actually showed and it wasn't pilgrims, they were actually called separatists, and they actually did help them by creating corn, helping them, showing them how to grow corn. And corn is a major, major staple in Native Americans. Also, what's interesting to note is that corn and soy are the first GMO crops. I don't know, that's interesting. But there's a lot of things we can say about Thanksgiving that we are not proud of, as far as being Americans, and the enslavement of the Native Americans, as well as the murder and the stealing of land. But when we look at, or I should say, because I don't want to negate any of those things, when we look at the reason for it, it was put forth by a woman who loved children. She wrote children's stories. She was a stand for women's rights. And she implored senators and the president, and numerous. She kept writing them with tenacity that we need to have a day of thanks to bring the nation together. And that was her dream, and it has happened. And it started in 1863 with Lincoln saying that, yes, let's have a day of thanks, giving thanks to the infinite creator that has given us so much bounty and supported us. And even though the way that they did it, I do not agree with any way, shape, or form, but I do agree with giving thanks, because the frequency of gratitude brings back to us more of peace, more of harmony, more of abundance that we all deserve, that is our birthright. So I hope that you take this video. I hope it supports you today, and remembering that giving thanks, not just today, but every day. You know, when I go swimming, I'm always giving gratitude. When I'm swimming, I'm literally saying, thank you for my heart, thank you for my legs, thank you for the water that I'm swimming in, the cleanliness of the water, putting it out there of what it is that I'm grateful for, and what it is I want to see. And that's literally how I exercise. So I hope that you take that on as well. And sending you so much mahalo, and mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much for just being a part of my YouTube family and supporting the work that I do by just commenting, liking, or sharing. And I hope that you have a really great day today. Let's have a quick prayer. Infinite Creator, you're moving the sun across the sky. You are running the tides in the ocean. You're beating our hearts. You're pumping a gallon of blood through our body per minute. And we don't know how you're doing it. We don't know how any of it's happening, but it's happening every day and every moment of the day for us all. And Great Spirit, I just give so much gratitude for peace and for connecting with family and friends. And for those that have more than enough, We know that that frequency of abundance is all of our birthright. And we send that out to all people right now, that anybody who feels alone, who feels afraid or worried, that they have a spark of hope today and throughout the rest of the year, that they know that they matter, that they are guided to doing whatever is their kuleana, whatever is theirs to do, to find that peace in their own life, to find harmony with themselves and with others, and that abundance showers upon all people. We know, Great Spirit, that those who do not value human life, who do not value human freedom, that they are being bound by the blood of Yeshua, who settled the death contract for all living souls. We know that that is done, Great Spirit. We know that this world is becoming a much better place. Truth is unfolding. The light is lit up on anything that the darkness is trying to hide. It cannot stay hidden anymore. Great Spirit, we are so grateful to watch the truth unfold, and we are strong enough to look it in the face, because through you, Great Spirit, we have that strength. We are always guided and always protected. We get to watch as a better world shows up for all living people, all living beings. And so it is. All right, you guys, sending you so much aloha. Mahalo.